Hello, and welcome to the Cup TV, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I am your girl, Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Her. And you know, I do love my cup mug as well. Ooh, look at that. Ew. And you can get you a cup mug at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And if you look to the right of the screen, there is a QR code. If you scan that, it'll take you right to the shop. And you can get your cup mug or any of our other cup merch. And favorite the shop while you're at it. That'll be nice. That'll be great. But click get your cup mug. And we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. Canada, I'm looking at you right now. Get your cup merged. Period. And thank you. And yes, I am back again to talk Project Runway, episode 5. And what an episode it was. I'm so excited to talk about it. I'm excited to get right into it. But before we do, I need you all to do me one little favor. If you're new here, welcome. So much love for you. Ow. Let me send you some love. Ow. I say welcome to the channel. I appreciate you stopping by and joining me. And if you would just hit the subscribe button, we are on a mission here at the Cup TV to get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year. And the end of the year is here, and we're not there yet. So I would really love if you would help us out, hook us up, help me out with a little subscription and then share it and do all the things and let people know that if you are a fan of competitive reality television, this is the place for you. This is where you need to be. And this is where we will give you all the information. We're wrapping up a lot of shows this week, and but we're still in the middle of a lot of things. So we're wrapping up Survivor coming up very soon. We are in the middle of Traders Canada. We are in the midst of Project Runway Canada. We're going to be starting Traders US and Traders UK very, very soon at the beginning of the year. So be on the lookout for those. We have Fear Factor coming up that we're going to talk about. It's a lot of shows coming up, a lot of shows wrapping up, and not to mention we got some end of the year videos that we're going to do talk about. We're talking about the year in reality television. So be on the lookout for those as well. Also, if you just want to follow us on our other channels, we'd appreciate you over there too. We have our our drag channel, drag or drag race channel is at the Cup Pod. That link is also in the description below. Click over there, subscribe to that channel if that is your thing. We would love to have you over there. Follow us on our audio podcast links. That link is down there as well. And join our Patreon. We got a lot of fun things going on in our Patreon. We are doing our movie bucket review where we review movies that we just want to and we want to do it and we just have a great time doing it. So this month is our holiday movie month. So check that's a Patreon exclusive. So you can only check out the movie bucket in our Patreon. So you want to join there, as well as our Gone Too Soon series where we talk about competitive reality shows that maybe didn't last as long as they should have. Maybe they should have still been around. We're gonna decide that. So check out our Patreon. We got a lot of fun things going on in there. Follow us on our audio podcast links, follow us on our socials at The Cut Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. And we appreciate hearing all of your support on all of our platforms. That will be great. Let's get into it because this week on Project Runway, they had a interesting challenge put before them. And I mean, if you're a fan of Project Runway, you know that there's always um, some um s- there's always some what am I trying to think, unconventional challenges. We've always had them. I absolutely love it, and so I love unconventional challenges and where we get to explore things that usually is not used as fabric to make a garment. And this time they had a very, very unique, well, a different one. And come to find out that this is something that they do in Canada. The Cashmere toilet paper bathroom tissue company does a get designers, top designers in Canada to do all a fashion show where all the designs are made out of this cashmere toilet paper, and they do it for breast cancer. And I was like, oh wow, that is interesting. I did not know about that. But Cashmere is the name of the toilet brand company, and they do this fashion show for breast cancer, and top designers make beautiful gowns and beautiful outfits made from toilet paper. And so that is what they're doing. And this challenge is going to do the Cashmere Couture. And Coco lets them know that they are going to be put in pairs. And so tells them to pair off, and they do pair off. Leland is with Charles, Rome is with Foster, Delaney is with Maya, and Kat. No, Delaney is with Kat. I'm sorry, and Maya is with Curtis. Yeah. And so they're going to pair off and be in these pairs. But then they found out that they're not going um and then oh well, first they have to pick from the roles of what they're going what their category, what their outfit has to be about. What's the theme of their outfit? So with Curtis and Maya, we had punk and preppy. With Leland and Charles, it was new money and old money. With Foster and Rome, it was sporty and soiree. And with Delaney and Cat, it was couture and what was it? Oh no, let me get in my blank. Oh, it was streetwear and couture or avant couture. But yeah, I think it was couture or avant-garde, but I think it was couture. But that was what the categories were, and they find out that they're not competing as a pair together, they're competing against each other. It's not a duo, it's a duel. And so they are going against each other. So the winners of each round of each group, each pair will be in and in the contention to win, and one of the four losers will be up for elimination. They will all be instantly up for elimination. And so that just set the tone, and everybody was like, oh, okay. Wow, we didn't really want to go against our best friend because it was an emotional week last week losing Little Feather. Everybody's still sad about it. And, everybody's like, this is going to be very sad continuing going forward. It's going to be a sad, moment for everybody. And so it was interesting to know that they all picked their friends pretty much to go to be in a pair, but now they're going against each other. So it's like, oh, okay. But some people were very happy with their choices. Like Curtis was, oof, he was like, yes, punk, that's what I do. So that was interesting. Foster was not too happy about sporty. He was like, I don't do sports. But me personally, I was like, I can think of a couple of good ideas for a sporty look made out of toilet paper. And instantly my mind went to tennis. And that's where his mind went to, because that's literally what he was like, I'm gonna do tennis. And I was like, absolutely, because what else are you going to do? Um, but yeah, so they did that, and everybody was sketching, and they had the materials like it was really tissue, and the majority of the outfit had to be toilet paper, and they had some other garments, things that they can use to put on it as like a binder, but the garment itself had to be made of toilet paper. And it was a 1 day challenge, so they really didn't have a whole lot of time to figure out how to make this toilet paper work. And they just was thrown in the fire, and it was off you go. Like, there you go, girl. There you go. Here's your toilet paper. Do you? We had some nice ideas. Listen, watching them sketch, people were coming up with things. Foster said tennis, and which I was like, yeah. Um, we saw Leland talk with his new money. Was like, most times when you get new money, the first thing you want to do is go buy something that you think is lavish in a fur coat. And so he was going to turn his toilet paper into this fur coat moment, and he was making it fringe, and it was like, okay, cool. Um, we saw Curtis was like telling us his ideas of putting grommets in this, and how he was going to make this, this toilet paper, work for him. And it was interesting because Curtis was one of the people in this episode that I was like, okay, interested to see what he's going to do. And he was really wanting a win this time, because he was like, I've come so close. I really want the win. Um, but he was very secretive when it came to constructing his garment, and putting it out there. And he was very, 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 secretive, and not helping a lot of people at first, because he was like, he cracked the code on how to make the toilet paper work, how to bind it, and how to make it into a harder or stiffer um material that he could, work with and bend without tearing it, because it's toilet paper. So it definitely will tear very, very easily. And a lot of people were running into that problem where it was just tearing instantly. Didn't know how to, do it. But he figured out the method of layering and starching, and layering and starching, and layering and starching, and ironing, and, keep it on a very low heat, and starch it, and it would harden up, and then he could manipulate it a little bit more, and sew, and sew it together, and it would stay. So it became more of a fabric for him. And so he was very secretive about that, which I don't blame him, because this is a competition. You don't tell everybody your secrets so they know what to do and everybody be good. uh, but he did that. We saw Rome was making all these different fans. When Aurora comes in, she's like, checking everybody out during her walkthrough. She see Rome has fans, and he's telling her what he's gonna do with the fans. She was like, that's a decent idea if it works. And then go to find out that Kat is also doing fans. And she was like, oh, the battle of the fans. If it works, it works. We'll see. It was interesting to see how people were, deciding what they were going to do. Delaney decided that she was going to she had streetwear, so she was going to make an oversized hoodie dress, um, with these big sleeves, and a ruffled sleeve. And when she was putting it together, it looked good. I was like, okay, I like these ruffled sleeves. Those are cute. Um, but she ran into a couple of, snafus with uh the putting it together process. It kind of disintegrated, and she had to make another one very quickly. um Maya was a little annoyed with the judges from last week, and so she was very on a mission to prove that she didn't deserve to be in the bottom. And she got preppy, and so she was the one person who decided to use a little color on her toilet paper, because everybody's was going to just be white. And so she decided to use a little color, and so she got this blush that she was going to put on the toilet paper to make a plaid, which I thought was a really good idea when she said it. And then when she started putting it together, I was like, okay, this could actually work. And it looked decent for what she was talking about. But then she was talking about the inspiration of the dolls, the paper dolls. You just clip on different outfits on the dolls. And so I was like, okay, what is that going to be? How is that going? What's the correlation here? Like, how is this going to go into this? And I was like, well, we'll wait and see. what happens when she, brings it out. Um, trying to see who else. We see Charles because the models come in here and and it's hard to fit bathroom tissue outfits without ruining them. So they're gonna have to be very, very careful. He had he put the dress on. It was a good dress, but it was something going on with the top of the dress that Aurora was like, does that say represent old money? And he was like, well, I was thinking about just changing the neckline. And she was like, okay. So he ends up doing some changes to the neckline. We don't see what Curtis is doing because he says every fitting should be behind closed doors. So he's not going to show that. He put the model behind the thing to fit her. Um, Foster was having some problems with the zipper that he put in, which I was like, you put a zipper in you could put a zipper in tissue? Interesting. But he did it, but it was busting open and it just wasn't going right. Um, so he was having some issues with that. But not Charles, Curtis actually did help Foster and told him how to make it where the fabric would, stay, and gave him his little tip because he was like, I'm not going against Foster, so helping him wouldn't be, go against me per se. So yeah, I don't mind helping him. And so I was like, okay, I get it. I get it. Wasn't mad at it at all. I thought it was a good idea. Like absolutely a good idea. Um, so we see all of that happening and they like I said, it's a 1 day challenge. So it's really not a whole lot to talk about because it was so fast. It was so fast. Everybody has a few hiccups, some people more than others, but honestly, it's not a whole lot to talk about in this workroom. So I'm just gonna get right to where we supposed to be. And that is the runway to Cashmere Couture. hmm And let's get to the first group, the first pair, the first duo is Curtis and Maya. Maya's up first. And here's the thing. So I thought the plaid part, the pink and plaid at the top was a good idea. I thought that was such a good idea. It worked. I thought it was pretty. What I did not like was, first of all, the skirt, the way it fit at the top, and the length of it. I get it was a preppy look, but it still should. This looks matronly, and it shouldn't look matronly. She shouldn't look so matronly. I feel like this length should have been shorter. I feel like it should have been tight, fit better around the hips. It just didn't do it for me. And I mean, I like the idea of where she had like the sleeves just stop on the shoulder and it was like it clips on and then it was like tied up at the bottom. I like that. I just didn't like the skirt of this. Like it just Yeah, no. I didn't like the fit of it around the hips. I didn't like the length of it. I feel like it would have been better if she could have did and I'm and not saying she needs to make a jacket because I mean, even though if she could have, if she had the time, yeah, that would have been great. But like cut off half of that skirt, make it a midi, and it would have been better. And it fit. That would have been preppy. It would have still been preppy and it still would have worked. But for me, this is not that great. It's a bag. It's still a bag, unfortunately. I'm not feeling this one at all. But we move to Curtis, who I am feeling because baby, this does not look like it should be toilet paper. He got grommets in there. He got like the structure of this, it's so good. And I don't care what the judge say about the back corset. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. I thought this was so good. This fit the brief. This was punk. It was edgy. It was toilet paper, which is crazy because it was structured. This was so good. I really, really enjoyed this look from Curtis. I was like, mm-hmm. Definitely in the top. Definitely the winner of this one. Definitely the winner of this pair. It was no contest. It was no contest. This was so good. I was just like, okay, okay, Curtis. You wanted that win. You were going for that win. And I was like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And you better. And you better. And you did. Because baby, that was tea. That's so tea. That's so tea. That's hot, steaming tea for sure. Up next, we had Leland and Charles. Charles being first. Here's Charles's look, and this is good. This is a good look. I like it. I like let me get out the camera. I like the shape of this. I think it's a cute shape. Old money, not sure. Not sure if it's old money, but I do like it a little. It's some. I like it. It's tepid tea. It's not my favorite. It's cute though, but it's not like it's cute. But could have been more. It could have been more, but it's cute. I don't know if it's old money. It looks more modern than old money. It looks more new money than old money. Leland. Oh, he is one of my favorites on the show for a reason because this jacket is everything. I want this jacket made out of toilet paper and everything. This is so good. And this is so new money. The mini dress underneath with all the structure going on and the going around, and then he sparkled it up with some baby. Baby. This is so good. This is so tea. This is great. Winner of this group, hands down, period. He ate this one up. Ate this one up. This was so good. It was so good to me. Up next was Rome and Foster, with Foster being first. I think this was good, but I think it was boring. I honestly thought this was pretty boring, pretty like it was good, but it was boring. But I get it, but it was sporty. It hit the brief. It definitely hit the brief, but it was a little boring. Me personally found out just a little boring. But it hit the brief. So can't really be mad at it. It was good though. It's a warm tea. It's warm tea. Not tepid, it's warm. I would still be drinking it. And Rome, I like this. I really did like this one. Me personally, I thought he won the duo pair. I thought this was so cute. I mean, if I was going to a soiree, a party, a cocktail party, this would be if I saw somebody wearing this would be a conversation stuff like, oh, look at her. You go, girl. Like, I thought this was a really beautiful soiree piece. Like, I like the fans on the bottom. I like the structure at the top. I thought this was a good look. I personally would have gave him the win in the two. I thought this was good. I thought this was good. This was definitely tea for me. This was definitely tea for me, for sure. Up next is Delaney and Kat. Kat being first. This was so good. This was so good. I thought Kat did a beautiful job, and then the way she not only made a beautiful, like, fanned out dress and gave us all these different angles and shapes in this tissue dress, but she gave us accessories. She put it in the hair, the same fan is in the hair, the fan are on the shoes. I'm like, mm-hmm. Yes, yes, Miss Cat. Yes, Miss Cat. I really enjoyed this look from Cat. I thought this was beautiful. Um, she did it. She did it. This was tea. This was definitely tea. And then is Delane in her streetwear. I didn't think this was all that bad, but it was kind of boring. I love that she made the bag. I wish she would have taken like maybe the pink and made like a or made a belt or something. She made a bag. I wish she made a belt, or I wish she would have just turned this hoodie into like a crop top hoodie and then made like a little mini skirt. That would have been streetwear too. And it could have been a crop hoodie. And I think it should have been two piece. It should have been two pieces. Maybe a crop hoodie and a bubble skirt or a mini skirt, just something. But I don't think it was bad. I still think it was kind of tea. It's like boring. It's like it's tepid tea, but it's still tea. And I really like the bag. I wish she would have had the hoodie on the model, but I know she was probably worried about her taking it off because if she didn't want her to rip it. But I would have probably had it on. And she was just came out with the hoodie on. Just, walking with the hoodie on. Like, yeah. But I don't think it was bad. It's just boring. It's just boring. But that we do get the results. And the top four, the winners of each round was Kat, Curtis, Leland, and Foster. Like I said, I probably would have had Rome beating out Foster, but I agree with the other three. I agree with the other three. But Foster and Kat are called safe, giving us our top two of Curtis and Leland. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. This should have been the top two because they had the best two looks. Period. Um, with our winner being Curtis. Yay, Curtis, for sure. I didn't mind either way because both of them gave the best look. So either one of them winning was perfectly fine. But I'm happy for Curtis that he got his win. He deserved, he earned, he worked that structure, those grommets in a tissue. I'm blown away. He gets $5,000 courtesy of Cashmere, and he gets to be have a spot in the Cashmere designer runway that for breast cancer. He gets a spot to show off his work. So, congrats to Curtis. Love that for him. That's a great prize to get. Um, but our bottom four was Rome, Charles, Maya, and Delaney. And I was like, still don't think Rome should have been there, but okay. But it didn't matter because Rome and Charles were safe, leaving Maya and Delaney in our bottom two. And in the end, after everything is all said and done, they decided to eliminate Delaney. And I didn't agree with that. I didn't agree with that. I thought it should have been Maya. I'm gonna be honest. I thought it should have been Maya at that point. But I mean, not that Maya's not a talented designer. She is. I just thought Delaney's look was a little bit better than hers. But I guess, but I'm like I said, I'm not the judge. They don't have to agree with me, and I don't have to agree with them. But no, it the lady, she's so sweet. She's so sweet. She was just like, oh, well, thank you so much, and good luck because there's a lot of talent back there. Gonna have a hard time choosing. I was like, oh, she's so sweet. She, I just was. I still don't think she should have went home though. I thought her design was she did enough to stay, but she's gone. She was very sweet to everyone. Everybody was sad to see her go, but it's that, and she's out of here. And if she's out of here, then I'm out of here because I have nothing else to talk about. But I will be back next week to talk about episode 6 of Project Runway Canada. Um, and it is going to be sad, I think, every time someone leaves because all these people are very talented in their designs. I'm really enjoying this season of Project Runway Canada. This is my first time watching Project Runway Canada because I didn't even know they had a Project Runway Canada until this year. So I'm so excited that now I know and now I'm in the know and I will be watching Project Runway Canada from this point on because I love Project Runway, period. And I love this. So I'll be back next week talking about episode 6. I hope you join me. Please follow, subscribe, do all the things to say you support this channel and all the channels in the Cup Network. We truly appreciate you. Follow us on our audio podcast links. Join our Patreon and follow us on all of our socials at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. You can follow me if you like. If you don't, you don't have to, but I would love it if you did. That'd be great. And don't forget to get your merch at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below, as well as that QR code that's been up there the whole time. Scan it now, and it'll take you right to the shop. I truly appreciate you, and I will see you all here next week. So until then, make it work, designers. Bye. Cheers.